Next is a morning walk conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 23rd, 1975, in Bombay, India.
I am now trying to learn in this line something, and I find that by doing bhakti, what you call puja, saguna puja, whenever I come to your place, instead of seeing the Krishna Murti, I always see lingam, Shiva lingam. Why is this phenomena going on?
You are a great devotee of Lord Shiva.
But,
That's all right.
but I have always seen the my parents. Maybe I have not done much except knowing only a few lines of.
Remain a devotee of Lord Shiva, there is no harm.
And when I have doing some other Sugana puja, another is seen always. Suppose I am doing Devi puja, Shankar Shiva puja, then I am seeing Devi puja. Like that it is happening. Secondly, from Sagun, how to go to Nirgun state? That is my difficulty. And whenever I am praying with a closed eyes, I see something.
That is given.
But when I open the eyes, I don't see anything.
That you have to. Sagunan samatitta etan. Sagunan samatitta. So you have to adopt this means. Then you.
How to from Saguna I do not follow.
Mancha bhavichanini bhakti yogina this.
Sanskrit I don't know much.
Anyone who worships Krishna, abhavicha, without any change, he becomes Nirgun.
So Saguna is necessary for going to Nirgun?
Huh?
Saguna is still there.
Not necessary. But if you don't worship unflinchingly Krishna, then you remain in the Sagun plan. Here it clearly says, Sagunan samatitta etana brahma bhujaya. So you have to adopt the means, then you become Nirgun. And if you don't adopt, then you remain Sagun.
Yes.
Yeah?
Then I will come to you and just you explain me what is the way.
Hare Krishna. Sagunan samatitta, Sagunan.
Which slope from Gita? Is it from Gita? Bhagavad Gita?
The 9th chapter.
Then I will read it again and see whether I can follow something. Thank you.
Clearly said, Sagunan, samatitta. Sammak rupena atitya, perfectly transcending. This is the process.
We cannot do with closed eyes. With open eyes, why we cannot do the prayers and this bhakti of? What is the difference?
For the disturbed mind. Those who are settled up, they can see always open or closed. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayasi. One who has attained that stage, love of God, he'll see every moment.
Even with naked eye. Open. Thank you.
Hare. You love somebody, a small child. Don't you see always?
Yes.
Don't you see?
Yes.
When you see the child a little shocked, immediately you see the child.
Yes.
You choose, immediately you see why? Because you are in love with the child. So that stage you have to come. In love with God. Then you will see always 24 hours. Sadaiva. Sadaiva means 24 hours. You see and you always remain in Nirgun stage and always see.
But in that case, your material duties are forgotten.
No?
Then how to avoid that? Because conflict takes place.
It will be, there will be no more material duty. When you wash the shoes of your son, that is love, that is not a shoe washer. You don't remain a shoe washer. you remain in love with your child. The mother takes care of the child, washes when he passes stool. That does not mean she becomes Methrani.
Yes.
Methrani is material.
Yes.
But when the mother out of love washes the child, she is not Methrani, she is Rajrani.
Yes. Thank you. Very good.
And if you conclude, she is washing the stool of the son, she is Methrani. That is your mistake. She remains Rajrani. Just like Mother Dasada is binding Krishna, that does not mean that his supremacy is lost. The Mother Dasada is binding. He still remains the supreme. Therefore Mother Dasada became exhausted to try to bind. And when Krishna saw that my mother is perspiring now, she is exhausted, all right, let me agree to be bound up by her. Yes, but that's not a fact. Otherwise, how Krishna says, anyone who is engaged in my devotional service, Sagunan Samatittayetan Brahma Bhuyasa. So what is this? Experiment with truth.
About what?
Anything, the word.
There are two types of experiments, sir, according to me. I may be wrong and I am open to correction. One experimentation with the crude world, another experiment with your own mind. Which type of experiment you want?
No, mind we reject immediately.
How?
Because it is not truth. It is accepting, it is rejecting. Mind's business is to accept and reject. Therefore, it is not truth.
Only by mind and concentration of the mind you to get the truth.
Concentration is different.
But then that is also of what? Of the mind.
Mind.
Different of what? But
when you concentrate the mind to the truth, then it is all right.
That is what I say. By concentration of mind you get the
mind
truth.
Is
that is the
truth.
right. Mind is not truth, but by mind we gather the truth.
Yes, we can direct our mind towards truth.
I did not mean mind is truth. All that is made up of Maya, all that is made up of, Mahat Tattva and down below are all falsehood.
Therefore, experiment with truth is not experiment with the mind. So what is that truth and what is that experiment?
What is, first of all, let us know what is meant by experiment.
Experiment meant to examine whether it is truth or not.
And
that
examines who examines and what? Who examines? The mind, man's mind. After all, no? And examination of anything depends upon the state of the mind, sir, according to the psychology. If the more concentrated the mind, better it will be nearer the truth.
Yes, but that's all right.
That is what I say.
But my point
so
is...
experiment depends upon all that.
If there is truth, where is the scope of experiment?
That you want to you want to hit at that point, then you are absolutely right. There is no experiment.
Yes, that it is contradiction. If you say truth, there is no question of experiment. That I trying to understand.
That's right.
It is contradiction.
But all these dhyan yogis, you are a bhakti yogi. But I talk of Dhyan Yogis.
Dhyana yogi is also truth if they follow, just like Dhyanavasthita tadgati manasa. So that is truth. But when there is question of experiment, that is not truth. That is my point.
When they are making experiment in an area which is not already known,
Yes.
then
That means that is not truth. So experiment with truth cannot be. This is contradiction. That is my point.
Now you are right that way,
Yeah.
but you have asked the question in a puzzling way to me.
No?
So I can't.
Now I ask you, how this experiment with truth
The experimental
be
science
possible?
is that we are making experiment with biological sciences and abstract, sciences of physics and chemistry, and that those were truths already. We are trying to unearth. We cannot make truths. Truths are there already settled by God.
Yeah.
What we try to find out what is exactly and how it is being done, but we are not trying to find who is doing. That is your point.
No.
I understand.
If the truth is there, there is no question of experiment.
We are experimenting to find out the truth. Truth is there. No doubt. My house is there, sir. But you may go this way, that way, that way. We are making experiment to go to my house.
So that means you do not know what is the truth.
Truth is there. We do not know the truth. That's a fact.
That's it.
We are making experiment by which way we will approach the truth.
Yeah.
The experiment is with regard to the method of finding out truth, not with the truth itself.
Yeah. But the word means experiment with truth. That is contradiction. There cannot be any experiments with truth. Truth is truth.
Truth cannot be experimented upon.
Yeah. That is
That I quite agree with you, and I become your Srila in that respect. But so far as the method of finding out truth, there are experimentation.
And that can be done. That is another thing.
Now, all our physical sciences,
another meaning.
biology.
Hare Krishna. क्या है? अरे ठीक था?
सबको नमस्कार.
All these abstract sciences, mathematics, chemistry, physics, they have really been advanced by experimentation only. Because we did not know what truth is behind all these natural phenomena.
That is
and
so.
we try to find out the real, how the natural phenomena are, happening. And that is what the experimentation of the human race towards searching out the truth
That
behind.
is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Tattva jnanartha darshanam. Tattva jnanartham darshanam.
But these truths are approached, actually realized by various ways. Dhyan yogis, or yogis, what we call, they realize it, Trikal Galanis they become, by concentration of their mind on the truth. They ever, that which is highest truth, or God. They are after all trying to...
The yogis, they have already found the truth. Dhyanavasthita tadgatena manusha pashanti jam yogino. So they have already found out the truth, and they are concentrated. That is not experiment. They have already know.
But they have... No, I don't say they have experimented on the truth, sir. I think I am not making myself more clear to you. What I mean to say that they have experimented by concentration of the mind to find out the truth, and they have realized the truth that way.
No. Realize, that's a fact. Now they are acting by Tadgatena Manasa. Mind is fixed up in Super Soul, Paramatma. That is yoga.
Yes. You mean to say...
They have already known. Here is truth.
Brahmavid Brahma eva bhavati.
Yes.
That he is just, with all the knowledge of God, he is imbibed with.
Yes,
After he
he is constant. Just like our bhakti. Bhakti means we know, here is God, Krishna is Bhagavan. So there is no question of experimenting. Now we have known, we are concentrating, how to satisfy. There is no question of explanation.
But this physical science is mathematics, chemistry, biology, physics, we have to experiment in there. They are nothing but the finding out the truth behind the phenomena, natural phenomena. What I mean?
Phenomena is changeable, always change. Just like this samudra.
But the
sometimes here, sometimes there.
Yeah, right, sir. But why that samudra changes? We go into the deep depth of the why and
true.
hows.
That is true. By the Jasagaya Brahmati Sang Vidakal. That is true. Govindamadi Saman. That is true. The phenomena, that is changing. Bhutta Bhutya Paliyat. All right. Thank you. All right. That's to understand. If the truth is there is no question of experiment. And if the experiment is there, that is not truth.
Perfectly logical.
Huh?
That is correct.
It is contradictory.
Their experiment is just only speculation. Their experiment is speculation.
Yes.
One wants to experiment, it means they don't know what is true.
Yes. As soon as there is experiment, there is no truth. And if there is truth, there is no experiment.
One simply accepts the truth.
Truth we accept or not accept. Truth is truth. Huh? There is a father. That is the truth. You may not know who is your father. There is another. And this is a fact. There is father.
You have said many times that when mother says, is your father, you
Yes,
just accept
that
it.
is true.
You do not go on experimenting whether it is possible to
Yes,
find
there
out.
is no question of experimenting whether he is my father. You take the truth from the mother and that's final. Really, being more and more convinced, why Krishna said, Namang Duskitanam Mula Prabhupantana. Anyone who is not Krishna conscious, he is within these groups, Duskitanam Mula, that is being more and more confirmed.
They may appear like learned men, or they may appear like
Huh?
they may appear like moral men or learned men, but still they are
Not
rascals.
rascal, yes. Therefore begins in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sattam Param Dhimani. The beginning is truth, Sattam Param Dhimani. There is no question of experiment. It is not, this book, Bhagavad, is an experiment to find out. It is beginning from the truth. Sattam Param Dhimani.
What is sadhana bhakti? It is not experiment.
Sadhana bhakti is practice. Truth is there. but have to be intimately connected with truth. That is sadhana.
But sometimes we say to karmis that, why don't you make an experiment? Just try to chant Hare Krishna. Make an experiment and you will realize it.
Because he does not know, therefore he suggests experiment. He does not know.
So we ask him to perform the...
That means my proposition is one who does not know, for him experiment. One who knows, there is no experiment.
But there is...
You are asking, requesting him to chant Hare Krishna. This is not experiment for me. It is experiment for him. He does not know. Therefore you are suggesting you do like this, and you will understand.
They are conditioned to make experiments.
So
they are conditioned to make experiments.
Yes.
So they can dovetail that condition.
There is no question of experimenting, but he does not know. He is giving chance. All right, try like this. But truth is there. Hare Krishna. Jai.